Hey, mistake number four today of the seven biggest mistakes that people are making when starting a business. Join me so you don't make the same mistake either.
This is the Franchise Pitfalls and Profit Show. Each week, we bring you the challenges and triumphs of being in the franchise development and consulting business. The things you need to make money faster. And now your host, one of the most successful franchise developers in North America, Don Shin.
Hey, again, we're doing the Letterman type top 10 list. We're on number four after chasing fads, listening to your friends, and not listening to your spouse. I'm going to talk today about saying, I know, thinking you already know, or you already have all of the information that you need to make the decision. What I've seen hundreds of times is that people drop out of their investigation. They stop doing their due diligence too early. And that's because they think they know all there is to know already. But the odds are you couldn't be further from the truth. You could already be shortchanging yourself. I see people all the time finding out a couple of things about something they're looking at, and bam, they discount it, they discard it, they stop. Sometimes people are coming to the wrong conclusions. They assume, you've heard what that means, making a blah, blah, blah out of you and me. But they come to conclusions and they don't dig deeper and they don't ask follow up questions. And particularly if they're looking at franchising as their method for starting their own business. So I'm not going to trash all franchise development people who are working for a franchisor. In fact, some of the franchisors, we are those people. We work for some of them. And we definitely here at Franchise Building Expert, FBE, we train many in the industry. But that being said, and being truthful, if it's a single person, single franchise that you're looking at, yeah, they want you to buy their brand. They are, quote unquote, selling in many cases. Ethical franchisors, particularly if it's an emerging brand and you have some interaction with the owners, the founders, they're not going to want to bring the wrong people in. There are sales organizations working for some companies that their task is to sell. And so again, I'm not going to throw all of them under the bus. We train a lot of the industry. We train people to be ethical and not to bring people into franchise concepts if it's the wrong one. But what I'm talking about here primarily is that if you have a third party, some outside set of eyes and ears in a person or in the profession of franchise coaching or franchise consulting, that's a great way to know that you're getting great advice and knowing that you've got all the information or don't have all the information. And that's certainly someone that's going to give you a pretty neutral perspective on what you're looking at. I know here at FBE, my team, we're not going to, in fact, we tell people we think you should keep your day job. We think you should stay employed. But I'm not going to blow smoke at you. No smoke and mirrors here. Yes, franchise consultants do get compensated, but the ethical ones will guide you to the best matches for you, and through a process and through assessments like what we do here at FBE, we're going to be able to ascertain whether you could be a business owner, whether that is the right thing for you to do. And then we're going to have a portfolio of opportunities to match you properly, to assure that if you make the decision to move forward, you indeed are going to have a great opportunity to be successful through franchising. Again, I don't know, honestly, and I have said this many, many times before. I don't know how anybody navigates the 6 or 7 or 8 thousand franchise brands in the market today by themselves. I don't know how you could do that. And that's our mission at FBE. We want to be sure that your experience of investigating franchises is a great one. And we want you to have confidence that you're being matched to the right ones and that you're getting guidance through the process. So, I strongly advise that if you're serious about starting a business, particularly if you're investigating franchising as the model of business ownership for you, which I strongly recommend if you've never owned a business before, then you want to stay in your process long enough to know you've got all the information, you've considered all the options, and that you're making a good, sound, educated decision. Do extensive, deep due diligence before discarding or discounting the idea or the concept of business ownership or a specific brand of franchising that you might be looking at. Work with a franchise consultant like us here at FBE. Don't think that you know it all, because in most cases you don't. And again, don't go it alone.